So the government under increasing pressure this morning to ramp up their support for businesses. An Auckland Business Confidence report we told you about just before 7 told us 30% don't think they would get through without an urgent rent relief deal. Farmers, the Restaurant Association, tourism, of course, they're all in trouble. And so does the government basically need to do some more? Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters is with us. A very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is the government hearing the calls?
We're hearing the calls, and the calls are massive from all around the country in every respect. In terms of the economic analysis, we have got a lot of work going on and have done for some time as to what this all means. And I suppose the number one priority is to get ourselves out of this level 4 to some level far more manageable and sustainable and durable whilst we rebuild the economy.
Do you personally want to get us back to work more than the people who would argue that health is imperative at all costs?
Well, health is an imperative, but it cannot be at all costs, and I'll tell you why. If it's at all costs, we can't afford to pay for it. We'll be broke. So we've got to be rational, sane, keep our feet on the ground, keep our eyes wide open, keep a common sense approach. There are huge tensions, but enabling the economy to pay for the health delivery that is going to be critical here and into the months ahead is also very important.
Is there more help coming for business? There was a call for cash for small business, for example. They need cash right now. Are you open to those sort of ideas?
We certainly are. We know that it's far easier to keep a business going, even if it's not working, into the future, for it to be a viable restart business, than to start all over again. Maggie Thatcher found that out way back when her time as Prime Minister of the UK, that it's far easier to keep a business going and far less cost than to try and start a new one. So we've got all that in mind. But as I say, it's like juggling a whole lot of balls in the air at the same time and trying to keep the balance.
One of the ideas that's getting some traction is this business of golf greens and maintaining golf greens and bowling clubs. Otherwise, they're going to go bust. It seems to be illogical not to have more businesses open where there is basically no contact and they can get about the business, get some cash into the economy, save some jobs, save some clubs, etc. Doesn't that make sense?
Well, I think some greater assessment's got to be made of the capacity for certain businesses to keep the social distance rules strictly whilst getting on with their jobs. And a lot of small businesses fit that description. Just the nature of them enables them, if they take greater cautions, to be able to do that and endanger and risk no one. So we have to have constantly a relook and refreshed look at every case we're dealing with. And it's not so easy because, as you say, the moment people see exceptions, they try and argue that, well, we are part of that exception when clearly, structurally, and in every sense they're not. So it's not going to be easy, but you're quite right. Getting this country back to work is a serious priority. It was a number one business analysis at the time we were going into level 4. What does this all mean? Because in the end, we had a chance, and I still believe we do have, to turn this malignancy around. But we cannot afford to make mistakes on the way through. And we have to learn from other economies as well.
Are we going to get a move today on quarantining returning New Zealanders?
There always was a move. And I mean, I don't know why it's been leaked, but the paper's already been written. I've got it in front of me. It was all part and parcel of the work that we've been doing offshore in countries like Lima and all over the world, because we know that the incidence of travel and COVID-19 is just about matched. So, yes, the regime's going to be a whole lot tougher, a whole lot stricter, and the enforcement will be a whole lot more serious.
Should have been sooner, shouldn't it?
What should be sooner?
Quarantining them.
Well, look, the numbers are coming in now. We've had capacity to handle them, but the numbers are coming in now, and in terms of their being put in places where the population can trust the surveillance, dare I say it in such terms, the surveillance of people's compliance, that's been critical, and we've got that in place.
All right.
And the announcement will be made today.